No score between Princeton and Quinnipiac. Here are your ECAC standings presented by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare system of Princeton Athletics. You see where Princeton is right now, but they have beaten the #1 team in the league, Colgate, before in overtime. And you know what, Jim? Last game before the holiday break in league play for the Tigers, this would be a big one to get more points.
Absolutely. You want to keep the roll going. You want to feel good heading into the break. But right now, 0-0, and we're halfway through this game.
Last league game for Princeton before the holiday break. They have a non-conference game on Tuesday against LIU. This is Quinnipiac's last game period until a January 3rd matchup with Union. Alexander looking for wonder. The pass kind of handcuffed her. Now Johnson almost lost it. That was offside. Here's Samiskevich. Maybe one pass too many there, Jim?
Yeah, and, you know, Wonder was open, too. But, you know, there were so many bodies in between them. It was a tough feed.
Alexander clearly in a shooting position there in the slot. Had a chance. D to D for a one-timer by Ewan. She fanned on it. Wonder has it now with Alexander breaking, looking for a skyhook home run. Does find Alexander. Tried to backhand slip one for O'Leary, but got caught up in the skates. Here's Watson. Klein for Alexander. Over the line. Leaves it for O'Leary. Now Alexander in behind. Alexander cycles for Paul. Tigers getting a change. Paul in front looking for O'Leary. Turned over by Ewens. Worked free by Paul and covered by Kaylee Doyle.
And you notice here, too, we talk a lot about Quinnipiac getting bodies to the net. Princeton, not so much here in the second period. You see a lot of going wide, and that's not always on the offensive team. Yeah, you got to have the will to get to the net. But in this case, I think it's more the defensive structure of Quinnipiac. They've done a heck of a job in this period, pushing Princeton to the outside.
Yeah, forcing them wide on the blue line.
Yeah, when they're actually even able to get into the offensive zone.
Is another aspect of that not only forcing them wide, but also standing them up at the blue line?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, it's the old one and done. You know, dump it in and it comes right back out.
DeTavio. Paul giving her some trouble. Nimigiers on the dump. And the Tigers being forced to do a lot more of something they didn't do at all in the first period, dump and chase.
Yeah, dump and chase, and in this case, it was dump and no chase because they were heading for a change.
Nimigiers on the indirect. Fedorov couldn't get it cleanly. Trying to turn it up ice for Angelina DiGirolamo. There's the dump, there's the chase. Cohen and Fedorov in after it, both below the goal line. Labad looking for real estate. Good forecheck by DiGirolamo. Fedorov in there as well. Worked clean free by Cooper to Labad. Fed across for Senek. Senek on the entry zone. Has Jarvis and Urban going to the net. Works it for Urban in the corner. Jarvis behind the goal line. Jarvis waiting, leaving for Cooper. Thought we might see her activate a little more offensively as this game wore on. Trying to control. Dumps low for Urban. Tigers now forcing Quinnipiac to the outside. Jarvis gets a step to the inside. In front, they score! Loose in the slot and hammered home. Quinnipiac takes the lead. With under 7 minutes to go in the second period, it was punched home by Lawrence Fournette.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a broken play because I don't think this is a clean pass. Yeah, I think the puck slides off her stick right to Fournette. Let's see. Yeah, I think she was trying to take it to the net and get a shot off, but she lost control of it, and it slid right to Fournette. And you talk about being right spot, right time. That's exactly it. And at 13:02, we get our first goal here in the second period, and it's 1-0 Bobcats.
Fournette, the Clarkson transfer, now 5 points in her last 5 games. It has Quinnipiac in front in what has been a stalemate to this point. Quinnipiac holding the second best scoring team in the nation scoreless past the midway point of the second period and getting their chances now. Kim has to get her stick on it quick. Maddie Samiskevich flying in. Kim. Too far for Izzy Wonder. Lapata O'Leary on the dump. Lapata again. Stretch pass for LaMarche right under her stick, but again, she was wide open at the blue line. Tigers now look to stretch. Wonder over the line with Alexander. Wonder walking. Wonder fires, and it got blocked to the corner. Ewens and Samiskevich might have gotten a piece of that. O'Leary. Wonder trying to jar it free. Wonder, sharp angle, thrown in front. Oh, is loose in the blue plate. Still whacking at it, and the whistle blows with Doyle frantically trying to cover.
Yep, Wonder there with a good, look at this. That's just throw it to the net. And boy,
I think she did try to throw it.
She actually, she heard Jim. She said, yep, throw it. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think she got her glove on it.
You
just
had no
desperate.
advanced look at that replay either. That was well timed.
But yeah, just throw it towards the net at this point. You don't get the feeling that you're going to get a lot of clean looks. Get a dirty, greasy one, just like Quinnipiac did.
Senek off the dasher. Stockdale keeps it moving forward for Labad. Labad trying to fire one across. Donahue was there. Olnowich might have gotten a piece. Cooper walking in. Cooper ducks the shoulder, throws one in front, and the Tigers there defensively. Donahue slipped across for Senek. On the dump off the dasher. Donahue steps up, keeps it in. Watson with a high drive that goes wide. Sarah Paul takes the shoulder on the hit by the first-year Brewski right in front of her own bench. Ewens now. One touch. Hulk. Shot blocked by Nimigears to the corner. Tigers trying to get it going the other way. From the blue line. Good effort play to keep it going by Jarvis. Ewens with Jarvis and Fedorov battling at the blue line. Off the skate blade of Gatfield. Chased by Hulk. Worked free to Angelina DiGirolamo. Here comes Frenette flying in on the forecheck. A little more jump in the skates of Quinnipiac, and a chance by Hulk. Stopped by Olnowich. Really see them flying now in on loose pucks.
Yeah, it's, as this game has gradually gone on, their offensive game has gotten much better. And again, I refer to how we thought we saw them start to turn it up late in that first period. And they have done it at both ends of the rink here today, here in the second period. They've allowed only 2 shots on goal in the period, and they've had the far better play of it in the offensive zone.
And it was a dirty goal they scored, but they are creating prettier chances as well.
Absolutely. They're skating. I mean, they have really come out and really played a textbook second period so far here on the road.
Smelling blood in the water in these 50-50 pucks as well. Rittenhouse.
Especially now, that second goal is going to be a huge one. Whoever gets it.
Tigers getting an energy line out there right now, including Ellie Markovsky, who had her first points in a couple of years in the game on Saturday against Stonehill. A couple of goals, her first points since the 21-22 season for the Robert Morris transfer. Very quick shift by that line. Tigers get the top unit back out there. Gatfield. Cormier. Taken away by Samiskevich. Another high-energy forecheck play by Quinnipiac. Samiskevich at the blue line. Offside with under 3 minutes to go in the second period. It's getting that feeling where if you're Quinnipiac, you're really trying to push for one more at the end of the second period, and the Tigers very much feel like they are hanging on by a thread to keep it a one-goal game.
Yeah, and that's where I was talking about that second goal. Really looms large right now. Obviously for Princeton, it would get you back in the game, and you have it'd be 1-1. But even more so maybe for Quinnipiac, if they can get up 2-0 here, the way they're playing, and with the goaltender that they have, Princeton would really have a tall order coming back with just now under 23 minutes remaining in the game.
Now here is Laban. Laban with a shot stopped by Olowich, and she will cover. 2:38 to go in the second. And by the way, during our second intermission, we will be chatting with the ECAC Commissioner, Doug Christensen. He is on hand. Watching a good first 40 minutes of hockey today. Tigers and the Bobcats, a couple of nationally ranked teams.
You're looking at that shot by Laban. We have not seen a lot of clean shots without traffic in front, both sides. A lot of dirty stuff going on down there. I mean, dirty in a good way. You know, people getting to the net on both sides.
Muddy.
Yeah.
Ooh, very, very close on an icing call. Mac Alexander thought she had beaten it. Trying to thread in between a couple of Bobcats. You see how incensed Kara Mori is.
Yeah, she's hot. And the officials just turned their backs on her.
Yeah, the feeling for Princeton is you're trying to survive now, and yeah, the plus side, it's the top line out there, but you do not want to wear this top line into the ground with 20 minutes of regulation hockey left. Here's Alexander trying to get the chip around Cooper, who had body position. Here's Jarvis. Jarvis with a shot, fired one wide. Hulk rushing on. Watson. Hulk gets it high slot. Tigers really need a change now. Hulk shot through traffic. It's kicked aside by Olowich. Jarvis was in front. Alexander. Flipping it over Ewens. Play was offside. Tigers now decide to get in the zone once they get back to an onside position. Puck caught up in the corner with Matthew McNulty, one of our referees, and that helps the Tigers forecheck. Watson avoids the check from Fedorov. O'Leary for Fedorov, fires one, short side wide. Kim spinning away from Jarvis. Gabby Kim trying to backhand sauce. Cohen does get it free. Cohen, sharp angle. Cohen thrown in front, nobody there. Fedorov had her stick lifted. LaMarche able to get it free out to neutral ice. Cohen racing in and fires one high over Doyle's shoulder. Angelina DiGirolamo leaving one for Cohen. Tigers buzzing now. Urban with the pin to the wall. Kept alive by Kim. Leaves one for space. Fedorov fired one off the shoulder of Ewens. 60 seconds to go in the second period. Lawrence Fournette's goal, the only one to have Quinnipiac up 1-0. Chances here. Johnson feathered for Angelina. Slipped low for Cohen. Trying to go in front for Fedorov. Missed the touch on the pass. Now Johnson waiting. Johnson trying to muscle her way past Watson, but a good defensive play near the blue line by Michaela Watson. She has it neutral ice now. Watson on the dump. Quinnipiac getting the change. Tigers have Lucia hanging, but Kim has to spin away. Really turned over behind the goal line there. Johnson in a battle, wrestling it away from Samiskevich. Long outlet. Lucia gonna beat the icing here. DiGirolamo. Whisked away to Jane Keel. Keel taken off the puck by Lapata. Maybe one more chance. Lapata will dump in on Olowich, comfortably thrown behind the goal line. And Quinnipiac will head to the third period with a 1-0 lead. 20 minutes of regulation hockey left to go. We've got a chat with ECAC Commissioner Doug Christensen coming up. Great day at Baker Rink with the Teddy Bear toss. And it's Lawrence Fournette to give the Quinnipiac Bobcats a 1-0 lead as we head to the third.